How are you doing?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Good. I'm well, thanks. Thank you for joining. I really appreciate it.
No
Yeah.
worries at all. No worries at
Yeah.
all. Thanks for calling me.
Oh, yeah. It's a pleasure. Yeah. Could I just ask you to tell me about yourself? So I'll just introduce
Yeah,
yourself, please.
of
Thanks.
course. So my name is Gina. I am from Dublin, Ireland,
Mhm.
and I have been tutoring on Cambly for about 4 years on and off. I
Nice.
started after the pandemic started. I think it was around 2021.
Okay.
Um, so it's been a while, and I've been doing it kind of on and off while
Mhm.
traveling, while trying out different jobs, different working in different industries. It's always been something I've kind of come back to. So
Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
that's great. Yeah. It's one of those things that you can pick up anytime. Yeah. Or when you're traveling. Yeah. That's really good. Yeah. So,
yeah,
my name is Neetu and I'm also on Cambly. I'm a Cambly tutor. I've been
yeah.
on there since 2022. So about 3 years, a little bit
Mm,
less time than you. Yeah.
yeah.
So, yeah. And at the moment, I'm doing this kind of full time, but I'm
Hmm.
also running this channel, which I started in April. So it's quite a new YouTube channel just to have conversations so people can hear natural conversations in
Yeah.
action. Yeah. And then just teaching phrases and grammar and things like that. So, yeah, there's something
Cool.
that I'm doing that's, yeah, kind of on the side of Cambly as well. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, that's great. So, Gina, you're in Dublin, is that right? Yeah.
I am. I'm in Dublin.
Mm.
So I've lived in Dublin most of my life. As I said, I've done kind of some backpacking and things like that. So I've kind of
Mm.
left for a couple of months at a time,
Mm.
but always kind of moved back here. I have my family here and stuff. So
Okay.
and I do love it. It's a lovely city as well.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm mostly in Dublin,
That's great. So is that where you grew up as well? You did all your
where
schooling
I
there?
grew up.
Yeah,
Everything, yeah, everything here.
that's
So
great. Yeah.
yeah, I've lived here mostly. I would say besides here, I've lived
Mm,
in Spain in Malaga
mm,
for about, I think it was about 5 or 6 months during what year? I think it was around the time I started Cambly, around 2021.
mhm. Okay.
And spent a little bit of time as well where I know you are. I saw on your profile in Thailand.
Yeah.
Um, yeah,
Oh, you visited Thailand as well, yeah?
yeah. I spent about six
Okay.
months there, and I loved
That's
it as well.
yeah, that's amazing. Wow. So you've
Mm.
traveled to different places and then you've gone back to Dublin as well. So if I could just ask you who you have in your family, please.
So my family, I'm an only child.
Mhm,
So my parents basically
mhm,
and myself. And
mhm,
now I live with my partner and I
mhm.
don't have any kids yet. So that's
Yeah.
basically my little family at the moment.
Yes. Oh, that's really good. So is your house or your apartment quite near your family or is it quite far away?
It is. I live
Mm,
about 10 minutes
mhm.
away. So
Oh,
it's really good because my mom is like my best friend. Um,
oh.
growing up as an only child, not
Yeah.
having siblings,
Yeah.
we kind of had that natural kind of closeness. And
Mm,
especially now as the more older I get as well, I'm
yeah.
going to be 30 next year. And I find
Okay.
that the older I get, like the
Yeah.
closer we get as well.
Yes.
Um, and we do a lot of things together.
Mhm.
I run as well a pet sitting business, and she also loves animals, so she helps me with that.
Yeah.
Since she's close as well.
Yes.
Um, we do everything together. We go shopping together, go out to eat.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
amazing. And I think with me, because I live in Thailand, my family's all in London. So just
yeah.
having that gap, yeah, this makes me feel really like, oh, I
Mhm.
remember those days when I lived nearby. Yeah.
I
Um,
know. I
so
know.
yeah, that's fantastic. So you have a really close bond. And yeah, so I think, when you have like people, like you have your family around, I think when you're an only child, you don't miss siblings so much because do you have like
Mm.
cousins as well near
I
your
do, I do, but like I wouldn't say my family is huge, to be honest.
Mm, okay.
Like it's kind of it's small enough, the amount of cousins that I do have. So I think because of that, like I was always quite close with my parents, and we always had like more, we always had less of a parent-child relationship, and almost more of a friend, like a friendly relationship. I don't know. They were always known by my friends as well as being like the kind of chilled, relaxed parents. So yeah, I think we've always just been pretty close, and yeah,
That's really
kind of
good.
for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have three boys, Gina. So the youngest is 14, then I have a 15-year-old, and then a 24-year-old. And the 24-year-old, because he's in London, he's finished his degree and he's like job hunting at the moment. So it's the relationship changes, I think, as you get, you know, as he gets older and I get older as well. I think you're right. It becomes less, because when they're young, you have to like discipline them and like think about bedtime and this and that. But it changes. It's more about giving them support, like emotional support.
Yeah.
And it's really nice actually how it evolves over time, I would say.
Yeah. And has your son been living apart from you for a long time now, or?
A long time, yeah. He was 14 when he left Thailand. So when we moved here, he was 10 and he left at 14. He went to boarding school because he was going to do exams and we didn't know how long we'd be here in Thailand. So he was in a boarding school for 4 years and then he went to university from there. So that was really difficult actually for me. But having my sister in England and my parents as well, they kind of really supported him, and whenever he had a free weekend, he would go there. So
yeah, it's nice to have some people from your family around.
It is.
Anywhere you go, it's makes all the difference, you know.
It does, for sure. Yeah, exactly. So you mentioned, Gina, that you have a dog walking business. I've never met anyone with that does this. So that's amazing. So how did you start that? What made you start your own business?
Yeah, I started it a couple of months ago. I think just about 3 months ago, I started doing it. So I'm dog walking and dog sitting. So when people travel and things like that, you know, taking care of their dogs. And I also run like a little daycare as well. So I always have different dogs around me.
Amazing.
So I've always loved animals since I was younger, but I wasn't really allowed to have a pet or have a dog until I got a lot older. So my parents actually got their first dog, and the dog they still have now, at the beginning around of COVID, because as I know, a lot of people were at home and, you know, got pets then as well. And that was my first time, I suppose, really taking care of a dog and having them around. And for me, it was just such, it just changed me, to be honest, a lot to have a dog around all the time. And it's very healing, I think, you know, to have animals around. And I just really, really fell in love with dogs then. And I love, you know, now he only lives 10 minutes away from me, so he visits a lot. But so I suppose with the business, I've always had the desire to do something entrepreneurial, to do something of my own. And I think with Cambly, you get a little bit of taste of that, you know, a little bit of freedom, kind of away from the traditional kind of 9 to 5 or traditional kind of career route. And I, to be honest, I've always struggled in 9 to 5 or office settings. I believe I'm in the process at the moment of getting assessed for ADHD. And a lot of people with ADHD, we have that kind of same struggle, I suppose. And we want to do a million things, you know, we always want to try different things, and we have a lot of different interests. So for me, it just was a risk and something I wanted to try. And that's how I started. I wanted to kind of step away from my 9 to 5 and try some different things, and dog sitting just made sense for me.
That's excellent. And it's, I can imagine it's a service that people need all the time, you know, when they're going away or when they just need a break or, yeah.
Yeah. It's been really busy, especially I think since I started it in the summertime. So like lots of people are, you know, going on holiday and traveling. So it's been going really well so far. But like every kind of business had its ups and downs and lots of a learning curve, you know. So we're learning every day.
Yeah, that's amazing. So I've never had pets. I never grew up with pets, but I have friends who have dogs, and they said the same thing. They said the dog, like having a dog in the house, kind of unites the whole family and makes them like, you know, more active as well. Like you end up taking the dog out for a walk, and you spend time together with, you know, spend time with the dog, and it's just really, like you said, healing. Yeah, that's the right word. Really.
Yeah, they really become like a part of the family. And I noticed that with ours, like what our dog at home with my parents, it definitely brought us closer. And, you know, it really did just change the dynamic. And yeah, I just love having animals around me, and I'm able to kind of do my, you know, my other interests as well, do Cambly. I am into music as well, so I'm able to kind of mix it with and just do other things while I do it. So it's quite well for me.
That's great. So I saw on your profile that you sing. Is that right? You also sing and act as well.
I do a little bit.
So many interests. That's amazing. So what kind of music do you like, and what do you sing usually?
So I do a mix, I suppose, of like pop, R&B, Afro beats, dance. Like I'm really into like lots of different genres of music, what I listen to. So I have a couple of songs on Spotify now, and that's kind of it. They're really just a mix of like different genres.
Okay, that's great. So do you sing professionally, like at events and things like that?
Again, it's another thing I started quite recently. I think finding out that I had ADHD, honestly, was a big, made me have a big shift in my life. So it kind of brought me back to doing a lot of the things I was interested in as a child, like music, on animals. It just, it just made me kind of understand myself a lot better. So yeah, I finally kind of, you know, decided to go for it with music as well. And I was able to start performing, you know, doing gigs, putting out my own songs, which has been really good. I've done a couple of gigs so far, and it's been really good. I'm still kind of trying to get myself out there at the moment. You know, it's a tough industry as well. So yeah.
That's amazing. And I saw that you're also a movie extra. So that's, that's great. So it's not something you've done for a long time.
Yeah, that's something I've done as well since I was in college, actually. That's kind of when I started doing that, just to kind of make some money on the side. And it's something, again, I've done on and off, like for probably 5 or 6 years now. So I do it kind of more regularly now since I'm in my hustling era. I'm doing it a lot more now. And I do it kind of for some soaps. We have a soap, a quite popular soap here in Ireland. It's called Fair City. So I do it a lot for that soap, and some other kind of bits, movies and game shows and things like that. And it's always fun. You know, you get to meet lots of people and interesting people as well. So
that's so good. So that's like Cambly, I guess, is quite flexible, and it's like an as and when job. That's really good. Wow.
I have a lot of as and when jobs at the moment.
That's really good. So do you have, like, out of all the jobs you do you have like one that you prefer doing, or like a favorite job, would you say? If you could spend more time doing the singing or the acting or the dog walking, what would you choose?
My dream, I suppose, would be music. That's something I'd love to put more of my time into, more of my energy into. I I'd love to get into acting as well. I've never really ventured into it. I've more just stuck with like the, you know, being an extra. But I'm intrigued by it, and I'm quite good with like accents as well. I love doing different accents and
Right.
impersonations. So I think it's something that I could do as well.
Yeah. How about comedy? Would you like to do like stand-up comedy or something like that?
My mom always tells me I should. She says I should do it. And I don't know. Do you know what? It's one of those things that it's kind of scary. You know, it's scary. You're really putting yourself out there. Like with music, you're putting yourself out there, but I think with music, the audience, the people watching you, they tend to be quite nice. Like even if you're not that good, they still, you know, if they're not really into it, they'll give you the applause. They'll be very nice to you. But I don't know if comedians get that same kind of you know, that same, I don't know the right word. I don't know if you can, the same grace,
response,
maybe. So like it's something I've thought about as well, but I'm not there yet to do it, to actually do
it. I think, because it's about the audience's response. So like, you know, whereas if you're singing or dancing, like they appreciate it, but you don't hear any feedback at that time. But then later on, they probably all tell you how good you are. Would you like to sing at weddings and concerts?
I've thought about it. Weddings recently, yeah, definitely. It's definitely something I should look into. I am really kind of trying to push my own music right now, but definitely weddings is a great idea. You know, I should look into it.
Yeah, that's amazing. Do you think, Gina, that people are born performers, or do you think it's something that you can develop over time? Does it depend on your personality, or can you be like influenced by your environment?
That's a brilliant question. Really a brilliant question, and I've thought about it a lot myself. I think people have the desire. I think most people have the desire to be seen, if that makes sense. Like that could be not necessarily through performance. It could be through, you know, through what they're passionate about, whether it's like writing a book or I don't know, it could be anything, you know, even like people want to be seen in their relationships, they want to be understood. And I think performing and music, it's just kind of one element of that, you know, wanting to express yourself and to feel like you are understood, you're seen by like a group of people. At least for me anyway, that's what it's about. And I actually struggle a little bit with the attention of it sometimes, you know, being the center of attention, because I want people to, you know, to understand me and hear me and resonate with, you know, what I'm singing, and or just enjoy what I'm creating. But as a Cancer in the zodiac sign, I struggle sometimes with that attention, you know.
Yes, I see. Yeah, but I always think if you have a talent like that, then share it. You know, if you can share it and enjoy. Yeah. So I have a cousin who, she was brought up in Dubai, but she's now working in London, and she works in like a company, I think like financial company, but she is really musical as well, and she sings. And recently she started going to pubs in the evening and doing like little, you know, pub gigs, and she loves it. She said it just makes her feel so free. And she's also like in her mid-20s, and she said it's just like it kind of gives her that liberated feeling, you know, like after especially after a stressful day, she goes and sings at night, and it just makes her feel great.
I think so. I think it's, you know, if you have the desire to do it, it definitely does. It does satisfy, you know, some part of you to do it. And for me, like with the few gigs I've done, I feel that, you know, it makes me feel like it's an amazing feeling, you know, to actually perform and to have people respond and, you know, come up to you afterwards like, wow, I really enjoyed what you did, and they want to, you know, find out more about you and where they can listen to you and stuff. it's a really nice feeling. For me,
That's
I've definitely had my struggles with it, though. I would say, you know, as a younger person, it takes a lot of confidence, you know, to pursue it. And for me, it's only kind of like now that I like actually feel confident enough to do it all. So I think anyone who is younger, if they have like that desire to do, you know, performance or pursue anything like that, like my advice would always be as well to just to do it, you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Wow. That's great. So Gina, in terms of like, so I saw that you like traveling, and do you have a YouTube channel about travel? I saw that on your profile video.
I do, but I only have one video on there at the moment. So again, it's another thing I started doing at the end of last year. So I really enjoy traveling. I've done quite a bit of solo travel. As I said, to Thailand. I went to Thailand by myself, and Cambodia. I've been in some other countries in Asia, like Malaysia, Singapore, and Spain, some other countries in Europe as well. And I love traveling. I wish I could do it more. Wish I had the finances to do it as much as I want to.
So when you decide that you're going to travel somewhere, what do you think about? Like, what are the kind of, do you have like criteria, like it should be near a beach or it should be quite central, or anything like that?
I think for me, I'm always thinking, usually, like, first of all, I want to go to somewhere new every time I travel. So I try to find places I haven't already been. And for me, I think culturally, like, I want to have some kind of interest, you know, in the culture, in the language, in the food. Those are quite important. I just like to like wherever I feel drawn to go.
Right. So in terms of the future,
about
what's
you?
on your, so I've also, so I've been in Thailand for 14 years and I've been to a few countries, but I would love to go to Japan. And having lived here for so long, I just think that's on my bucket list for sure. Just because I think the culture just fascinates me. The
it's so
culture and the
interesting.
food, and it looks amazing. So Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, I've been to as well. And then like growing up in London, it's quite central, isn't it? So you can like with you, like you can travel around. So like Greece, Italy, about 35, I would say about 35 countries. Morocco was amazing.
I went to Morocco this year. It was I loved it as well.
I'd love to go there again. It was great. So is there a place that really stands out in your mind as like a place you'd like to visit again? What do you think?
I don't know about again. Well, definitely Thailand. You know, I want to visit. I want to come back. I really, really love. I loved my experience there, and I went there solo. So I'd love to do it again, maybe with my partner or my family in the future.
Where were you in Bangkok, or did you go to the islands? Or?
Pretty much all over. Bangkok, Chiang Mai, the islands. Phuket. I really loved Chiang Mai. I spent most of my time there, and I just loved I like the vibe there. It's city, but not as crazy, as intense as Bangkok. And I just liked the community there. It was just a nice vibe.
There's a lot of mountains and greenery and a lot of quite different to Bangkok, I would say.
I think I love green places, coming from like Ireland, which is a very green place. I'm always like attracted to anywhere that's green.
I see. I've never actually visited Ireland in all this time. So if like someone like me who hasn't been, what would you say? Like, could you like tell me something about the culture and the food and
absolutely. So what I recommend, I mean, Ireland is a small country, so it's pretty easy to get around, and you can, you know, get around in, I'd say, like less than 2 weeks, a week and a half. You could probably go around the whole country, you know. But the most interesting parts, and Dublin is, it's, you know, very kind of touristic, especially like at certain times of the year around St. Patrick's Day, in the summer as well, like people kind of, you know, visiting other parts of Europe and then kind of come in here. So I would say definitely, if you're going to come, I would say get outside of Dublin, because lots of people do come to Dublin, but there are lots of really, really beautiful places like all around the country, especially, you know, in the west of Ireland, like Galway is lovely. In the south, you have Cork, Kerry, and then you have north, like up north there's Donegal, lots of Belfast City as well. It's an interesting place. So yeah, it's there's lots of beauty, and the culture is, the people are known to be very friendly. Everyone says that as well on Cambly that I speak to. They say they love speaking to Irish tutors because they're very friendly.
Really warm. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So the people, you know, there's lots of great pubs as well, if kind of famous, you know, for Guinness and everything like that. So or if anyone is like interested in, you know, the different types of whiskeys and stuff, there's different experiences you can do, like whiskey tasting. We have the Guinness Storehouse as well, which is kind of some nice experiences you can do in Dublin. And then around the country, we actually have some lovely beaches here as well, which in the summer can be quite nice. Other times of the year, not too great, you know, the weather and stuff. But it's really lovely to visit, I would say, in spring, summer, but avoid in the winter.
Right. How cold does it get in the winter? Is it kind of like England, would you say?
It's London, pretty much. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we don't get like extremely cold, like, you know, like Canada or anything, but it's just, you know how it is, like the days can be very short and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. In England, like by 4 p.m. it's dark in the winter. You come out of work and it's dark. But then in the summer you get the really long evenings.
Yeah, exactly. If you come in the summer, it's like this you have so much time, like, so I definitely say if you want to get like a bit better prices, maybe like spring or kind of autumn time would be probably a bit more affordable.
Yeah, that's great. So Gina, do you see yourself staying in Dublin in the future, or, because I know you love traveling, would you like to like settle in another country or another city in Ireland, or are you happy in Dublin? What do you think?
I don't know, honestly. I don't know. I think I've always seen myself spending time in more other countries, but I don't know long term. I just think it's for me, it's very hard to say like, I'll be in this place forever. You know, like, what is forever?
Right,
it could be a few months, it could be a few years, it could be 20 years, you know. But I definitely do see myself like spending time in other countries. I'd love to come back, spend more time in Southeast Asia, in Thailand, Indonesia as well. My partner is Nigerian. I'd love to spend a bit of time there, kind of get more immersed in the culture, and you know, kind of learn more about the food and everything. So yeah, I'm kind of open to kind of spending time anywhere, really.
That's great. And I like the idea of just following your heart and just, you know, going where you feel you're drawn to. That's really good. Yeah, so we're almost out of time. So thank you so much, Gina. It's been so lovely to talk to you. Thank you for sharing everything.
It's been a lovely conversation.
Yeah, thanks a lot. It was great to talk to you. And if you have any links that you want to share, like with your music or with your travel channel,
absolutely,
I can put those on as well. So that would be great.
Will do.
So
thanks so much.
The rest of your week. Thank you so much.
You too. Take care. Nice talking to you.
Bye.